Don't be alarmed, we're Negroes.
Yo, what's up y'all? BDUB the Anime Master is back for another old school anime review for Anime Real Talk TV. So, today's old school anime is going to be Armitage 3. Let's get started. So, Armitage 3 is an old school anime series from 1995. It was originally released by Genion, aka Pioneer Entertainment, and it is one of the old school cyberpunk anime series of its time. It is a 4 OVA episode series. The first OVA episode is about 50 minutes, while episodes 2 through 4 are about the standard 29-30 minute time frame for your early 90s anime OVA series. Now, I remember watching Armitage 3 a very long time ago back on Star's Action channel, but I just recently rewatched the series on Funimation's Elite subscription. I watched the 4 OVA episodes subtitled, and here is my review / synopsis on Armitage 3. The story takes place in the year 2046. There is an overpopulation on Earth, and which causes, a colonization on Mars. Basically, they had to move on to Mars. Now here's the story. Armitage is about these androids, the first types, the second types, and the third types. The third type androids have this special ability, and that special ability is that they are very similar to humans because they have the ability to give birth. The first and third types are your basic standard android that are like maids and try to walk around and do various tasks and try to act human to a sense, but they can't give birth. Now, these third type androids were originally created and destroyed due to some technical difficulties. I'll get on about that later. But the first main character, or the main character basically, is Naomi Armitage. Now, Naomi Armitage is an illegal third type android. She's basically the most human robot type ever, and she has the ability to give birth. She's one of the last remaining third types because, throughout the OVA series, there are a group of third types who want to live a normal life, but they are being assassinated by a very, very rigorous villain. And Naomi, she's a part of the Mars Police Department, or the Mars Police Force, and she's trying to track down and hunt down the third type murderer, not to mention find out more about herself, as why was she created, why is she a third type, and this whole thing about, robots versus humans. That's another thing I want to talk about. There is this big thing of like robots versus humans, because one of the third types were destroyed and killed. She was a celebrity, I think like a rock star, not a rock star, a country star, and she was murdered, and the tape was broadcasted to like the masses, and the masses was like very freaked out and creeped out about it, and they want to rebel against the robots and cause havoc and drama. And Naomi is basically going through a thing where she's like, everybody hates robots, they hate us, why did the humans create us, and stuff like that. We also have a second main character, Ross Silibus, or Silibus. Ross was transferred from the Chicago Police Department on Earth to Mars' police force after an accident he had with a robot that killed his former partner. And Ross has a very, very disdain towards robots, but Naomi, oddly enough, is going to be his partner. So Ross and Naomi have a little bit of a dynamic. It's pretty funny. And Ross also has robot limbs, so it's kind of like, so Ross's character goes through the fact that he hates robots, but he has to continue to use robot parts to do his daily activities, like he has a robot's arm. So Ross becomes more sympathetic towards Naomi when they track down the main villain. His name is Rene D'Enclaude. He's the main villain of the series in the OVA. He helped create the third types, but his body type, his likeness, is being used as an assassination android called the Assassin Droids, and they are to kill the third types. I'm not going to go into any more details than that. You're going to have to check out the anime series for yourself. So Ross and Naomi, They partner up, they try to track down this third type killer, not to mention find out about Naomi's father, aka her creator. It's a very good cyberpunk anime series, lots of action, violence, a little bit of gore, mild fan service. It's pretty damn good. So the pros and cons: great 90s OVA animation, very awesome background music, very awesome cyberpunk background feel, and of course some pretty slick character designs. Cons: some pacing issues, and there are some rough art or rough animation moments from time to time. Armitage 3 will be available and re-released by Funimation Entertainment July 24th. So check out that box set, check out Armitage 3 old school anime OVA classic with cyberpunk awesomeness. Not to mention, it's fucking epic. It also has an English dub that has a very great uniqueness to it because it uses Hollywood talents such as Kiefer Sutherland from 24, Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, and Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell. The video quality for the stream gets a 7.5 out of 10. Pretty good, pretty decent, and the audio quality is in stereo, and I give that an 8 out of 10. Very good bass, very good cyberpunk music. It was pretty damn good. No problems whatsoever when I watched Armitage 3 on the Funimation Elite subscription. And so that concludes my old school anime review for Armitage 3. I'm BDUB the Anime Master for AnimeRealTalkTV. Peace.